Oracle. Alpha Oracle. Don't mind me. I just flew back in. That's the everywhere. I'm looking for some. I'm looking for something. There we go. Looking for the chip, the chip lips of the chap. Let's see, I don't know what color this is. That's a little too pink. It'll be alright. It'll be alright. Maybe a little other color. Okay. Again, I'm Allison with one L. You can find me on Psychology Today. I am the Alpha Oracle for you. We're doing a collective reading. I'm doing a spread from Angel Deck. So if you like that, then stay tuned. Angel Deck. Changes, inspirations, and guidance. Again, changes, inspiration, and guidance. We're doing an angel deck. Welcome in, guys. Remember, this is a growing channel. Make sure you hit the like button and screen and all the things. Hard to screen if you so choose. Okay, so the first card that we went over, that we're going over is, and I already set the stage, but just for purposes, this is entertainment purposes only. You know, if you want actual real therapy, you have to go to Psychology Today or book me if you want that. If not, then just stay tuned for this entertainment stuff, right? I am a therapist, so I do like to put a mental health spin to all the things here. And if you want to know, like, how does that mirror each other, you can look up Carl Jung and psychodynamic theories and the subconscious mind. Anyway, Spirit Divine White Light asks for clarity, healing, understanding, as for my ego to decrease, and this Holy Spirit to increase. Yes, protection from my holy angels, for everywhere, for all around. Close and watch the door for all my angels. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen, 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 amen. All right, so the first card that we got for changes. The changes. This card represents what you can call upon for to make positive changes in your life right now. And we have the angel of power. So right now you're being called to step into your power. So if you want to know what energy can I call in, you can call in power, 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 power. And so I pulled a card for clarify to see what this was related to. And it's related to a broken home, shattered home, something that you could have really wanted, a happy family, or a job, or something that was a very big wish fulfillment that would have made you emotionally happy. But it could have been some strategy, some domestic violence, disharmony, broken family. So this could be related to a family situation for some of you. We have the devil here, so for sure with the family, there could have been some aspects of a shadow self. Maybe you had some of your shadow selves out, some addictions, attachments, confirmation, you felt that. Codependency, toxicity, maybe some materialism, things like that. Addictions. Maybe you want to try one more time. So let's try one more time. Indecisive. Maybe even drifting and fear of change and fear of loss. Maybe you're dealing with fear of change. And so maybe that's the need to stand into your power with the Eight of Cups in reverse. So we have the Ten of Cups in reverse, the Devil, and the Eight of Cups in reverse. So someone could have a broken family. Is it the devil separating you from maybe coming back? What's separating you from the family? You made a decision in your power. What's separating you from the family? Or keeping you from returning? Knight of Swords, head of a heart, disciplined, truthful, honest. Maybe someone needs to again stand into the power. So maybe somebody wants to communicate something. Um, Maybe you want to communicate something. Yeah, maybe having a new idea, an urge, a willingness, like a burst of idea, something being very creative on something. Maybe like, I'm thinking very hard about something. and you want to do it fast. If you're thinking hard and you want to do something fast. Um, but there's someone who's a king of cups, someone who's cold, is a manipulative person, moody. This king of cups, someone who's been drowning in their emotion. It could be a masculine, someone who's not open. That could be moody. I don't know. Tell me more. There's somebody who's a king of cups. It's a masculine energy that's very moody. This is related to you standing in your power. So, and there's someone who's an egotist. They're very egotistical right now, and they lack confidence, and they're they they're very unpopular, and they like to discredit people. Whoever this person, oh, felt that they like to discredit people, whoever that is, and they try to do things in private and secret. They're very secretive and they're cold. And they're a bad person. And that's something that you may have found out about this person. And you've been working really hard at something with love. So you could have found out this person, this cold, manipulative person. Let me see. I can. Hey, how you doing? Hey guys. Thank y'all for joining. Make sure you put some hearts in the chat because this live is growing. Thank you for joining midday. Hello. Um, and my heart started to race really fast out of nowhere. So someone could be having anxiety about something concerning love. Someone is maybe working really hard at love. And maybe this egotistical person was working really hard at love and something that's uncovered. Maybe you found out this person was being arrogant. Maybe they manipulated you or something like that. I don't know. But you're working hard at love. Tell me more about the love. Someone's been spending time. So this could be you. Okay, so this could be you collective, spending time, to yourself, thinking about love, thinking about harmony, being in alignment together with the lovers here, with the Eight of Pentacles, really working hard towards love. And I see you looking directly in that, like being in the hermit energy, soul searching, introspecting, taking, being in more meditative consciousness about love, a partnership, about how you show up, about balance, energy, Gemini, Virgo. The energy of Virgo is here, of introspection, and again, looking at a relationship. Okay. So that's what's going on right now. The changes that you're making is standing into your power. And this seems like it's related to somebody who was manipulative at one time. I don't know if that was you or someone that was around you that was manipulative, but I see you looking at love now with the lovers here. Okay. Tell me more, Holy Spirit, about the standing in that power. Because you have the angel of power for your changes. This is what you need to call upon. So you maybe want to call upon that because of you know, wanting to get back to your happiness again. The Angel of Air Guardian. I love her. I always used to get her when I first started this deck. It's one of my favorite decks. This is Shift Your Perspective. When I first started reading tarot and doing oracle messages, I used to get this card a lot. And it's helped me to change my perspective on different things in life. So if you're getting this card, I can tell you right now that you need to work on your perspective in life. And what does that mean? So perspectives. We think about fight, flight, fawn, or freeze, or flop. Those are your 5 stress responses. If you think about an animal, a dog, a bear, a cat, snake, someone's scared of that, they're either gonna run from it, right? Or run from the dog, that's flight. Fight the dog or snake, that's fight. Freeze, pretend to be dead, or fawn, do something, give it something to make it stop. Like, give me all your money. And they're like, well, you can have it. Here you go. That would be codependency. So for those of you who are codependent, you could be stuck in a stress response called fawn. And then you have flop. That's someone who's like, think about you going on a roller coaster and you get, really heightened and your nervous system goes like you fall, you pass out. That's the flop. Or if you get really bad news and you just pass out right there and you sleep for 14, 15, 24, 48 hours, that would be a flop. So if you think about your nervous system, you got to ask yourself which one is is on perpetually for you to be in the need to shift your perspective. The fight response, they don't have a good they're not able to see other people's perspective. They fight for their own perspective. They have dictatorial tendencies. They bullying, can't hear the other person's point of view, pronouncements of entitlement, So if you have been in a bully energy, that means that you've been in a fight energy, or if you've been in the flight, that's rushing around, workaholic, perfectionism, can't hear the other person's part. I mean, can't sit still, that kind of stuff. Freeze, that's depression. You know, freeze response is feeling lifeless, disassociated, stuck, couch potato, feeling dead inside, that kind of stuff. And then, of course, fawning is what I said, people pleasing, afraid to say no when you really mean no, what are you going to say? People pleasing, that kind of stuff. Being a yes man, being a yes woman, needing people to say yes to you, needing other people you to say yes to other people, having a hard time hearing no, that kind of stuff. That would be fawning. Okay. And then people do things so they don't have to feel that in their nervous system. Seer. Okay. It says, see beyond your current situation. So, in order to stand into your power, there's a need for you to see beyond the current situation, which obviously is why you're here. So, stand beyond your current. So, look beyond your current situation, whatever that is. I love that for you. Look, you're talking to an oracle. Wait for important information. Confirmation for somebody. Confirmation for somebody. All right. Number two, inspiration. This card will show you what you need to call upon and find what you need to be inspired. So what do you need to be inspired? An angel of gratitude. So for those of you who don't know this, you can write down 10, 20, 15 gratitudes a day. Just write them down. Just write what you're grateful for. I've tried to get people to do it. I've tried to get partners. I've tried to get people I know to do it. People don't do it. I don't know why. People are actually grateful. They think they are. They just say, I am grateful. I am grateful. I'm grateful for what exactly? Write it down. Actually, write down my sight, the trees, the moon, the stars. Like, it's not implied to the universe. The universe is not, God know I'm grateful. Does God know you're grateful? Does the universe know that you're grateful? You never say it. How would you like to have children that never say they're grateful? You just know that they are. So let's not be hypocritical. If you know you haven't been practicing gratitude, then perhaps actually write that down. This is the Four of Swords. This is somebody who's coming out of being stuck in their thoughts. This is somebody who was at rest, just sitting there thinking, stuck. This is you coming out of that. It's reverse. Exhausted, burnout, deep contemplation, rest. So, gratitude will help you come out of that deep exhaustion that you've been having. Whoever's been deeply exhausted, Libra energy on the board, you don't have to be a Libra. The number four, you don't have to be Libra, but I do see Libra energy on here. So that's like someone overthinking, trying to balance their thoughts. Direction and guardian, choose your path. You could be trying to choose a path and which way you want to go. I used to get this card all the time when I first started learning. Be the light. I used to get so annoyed when I got this card. What does this mean? Be the light. The best way I can describe it to you is go sing the song, This Little Light of Mine. If you want to know what they're talking about, go sing This Little Light of Mine, sing it over and over until you get sick of it. That's what they're talking about. Be the light. Be the light. Tell me more about this be the light. Isolation, loneliness, withdrawal, distance. So, how are you going to be the light when you're closed in? See, this is coming out. So, coming out of that, the isolation. Keeping your thoughts to yourself, staying to yourself. Because it seems like you're burning yourself out just thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking, look, and thinking about a union, thinking about celebration, thinking about your happiness, thinking about your happy home, thinking about homecoming, thinking about your marriage, just thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking and driving yourself. Big Libra energy. Where is Libra in your chart? Whoever this is. maybe having a financial loss. Your money may not be where it is right now, so that could be a part of why you're thinking. With Taurus on the board and five, you could be having some financial insecurity, having some in poverty. This is scarcity mindset. If you're poor or you're having money issues, it's because you have a scarcity mindset and it's reflecting your money, which makes sense. So if you had a scarcity mindset with your relationships, you have a scarcity mindset with your money because your money reflects your relationship with your same thing, like your relationship with yourself reflects your relationship with God reflects your relationship with yourself, your relationship with yourself reflects your relationship with other people, your relationship with money reflects relationship with the same thing. It's all connected. So if you have poor relationships, you probably broke too. Someone left. What did you leave? You're leaving something. There's a disappointment that happened here. So there's an abandonment. What was abandoned? Someone abandoned a Queen of Pentacles. Someone abandoned another broke person. Two broke people together. Someone who's jealous. Someone who's tries to be financially independent, but they basically use people to smother. Who this is? A very smothering, controlling, jealous person. Someone was supposed to be happy. Oh, so this Queen of Pentacles, oh, confirmation. Whoever this is, this greedy person was very happy when you left and got releasing limited thoughts. You must have released some negative beliefs about them or a situation. Like let the devil go. This is so weird. Releasing limited, so very happy. This is good. So this Queen of Pentacles, this dark person was happy for you to let the limited beliefs go about a relationship that's over, about the Lovers card in reverse. This is an awfully specific message. This may not, I don't know who, I barely even want to post this. Someone created a boundary with the devil because of conflict, because of backstabbing, manipulation, and lying, disagreements and conflict, bullying. Someone was doing something. So this this greedy person was very happy about exploring dark thoughts and self-limiting beliefs. Someone made something look like it wasn't bad when it really was. This is manipulation. Someone was doing some manipulation. Tell me more. To an emperor? Someone was manipulating an emperor? The stable, authoritative figure? A younger person? So there's an emperor and a page of pentacles. There's an older person, a younger person. There's a conflict that happened. And there's this Queen of Pentacles, this is a greedy person. So there's this greedy person. They may be older, it's a feminine energy. They're greedy and they're very happy to explore dark thoughts, restoring resentment, something about control, lack of will, releasing limited beliefs, something about releasing limited beliefs and exploring dark thoughts. But releasing limited beliefs while gaining more limiting beliefs. This is so fucking weird. This is an awfully specific message. Who messages this? Yo, you got to put some brains. This is an awfully specific message. It's so specific that I'm going to pull some of these. This is a very specific message. Something wavy. Someone may have wavy hair. Something may be wavy. Someone may have dyed hair, yellow hair, or something wavy. Someone could be sitting on the bench or a bench, something about a bench. Someone can have a home with a chimney or a fireplace or something with a chimney or a fireplace, something like that. Something about a red home or house could be red, something like that. Lights could be on in a home, yellow door, something about a home, brick home. Stop sign, someone could be driving at a stop sign. Stairs, something significant about stairs, going upstairs, downstairs, falling stairs, walking up the stairs, through stairs, going through stairs. Bird, something significant about a white bird or bird. And one more. Maybe something significant about a fence. Maybe a fence is broken or not finished. Something about a fence. I said one more, but the letter R. The letter R can be significant. The letter R. All right, so that's awfully specific. I don't know whose message that is, but that will help you know if you just stick around. All right, there's something that was done as a very manipulative person who's on the board that was, they're operating, they don't have to be a female, but they're operating in feminine energy. This person is jealous, smothering, and they're very happy. They had a lot of positive energy and a lot of pleasure. Tell me about this pleasure. Oh, here we go. I said, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. It ain't want to. It barely wanted to come out. It was like somebody was happy about a third party connection. Someone was probably cheating or doing something they weren't supposed to do because this greedy person, this pick Misha. What's up, Meet Me? How you doing? I'm sure they're in here. They're always in someone's live to see if they're gonna pop up in someone's the Meek Meeks always want to see if they're gonna pop up in a cross reading to see if anybody knows the lies that they've been telling. Yes, Meek Meek, we know that you're here. One of you is always here. I just called them all Meek Meek. Shamika to be exact. Hey girl, hey. Manipulation is called poor planning, untapped talent, insecure, and lack of confidence and narcissism. That will don't get mad at me, bitch. That would be called the magician in reverse. That would be not you. Okay. This is called the peacemaker. It says letting go of your need to be right. Letting go of the need to be right. Remember I said fight, flight, fawn, or freeze? This would be the fight response. People who are in a fight response need this card. These are my narcissists, people who are in the ego, the histrionic, the borderlines, the bipolars, all the words that y'all want to say that y'all ain't got no license to even name them. That it don't matter which one it is. It doesn't matter which one it is. Letting go of the need to be right. It doesn't matter what the diagnosis is. Love and let yourself be loved. People don't love themselves. That's why they come up here. That's why the meek meeks, meek meek. This is why you come up here like this, because you don't love yourself. See, these pick-me's don't love themselves. And so they'll have you, if you play around with them in third party situations, they'll have you coming up looking like you need to get your heart healed. They don't love themselves. So this is healing your heart. Heart guardian. Okay. Meet me. Meet me. Did you click off meet me? They probably clicked. I don't feel your energy. You probably kicked off. You're in the bathroom crying. You go dry your tears, baby. It's okay. You lose. You always lose. Some people are expert losers. Did you know that? Some people actually are expert losers. Like they see confirmation. They spend their whole life being losers, meaning because they don't love themselves. So they keep setting themselves up for stupid games to win stupid prizes. It's so weird. And then they get mad when they get stupid prizes. They're like, why do I keep getting stupid prizes? Because you keep playing stupid games. I told you, this is a true story. I had someone literally tell me that they play stupid. They say, I pretend to be stupid. Say, why would you do that? Because if you pretend to be something, then people are going to think that you are that, and then they're going to start treating you like that. But I think that they thought they were smarter than other people, so that makes sense. Okay. Let's talk about your guidance. What are you being guided to do? Oh, yes. This is came in reverse, but these are angel cards. But I understand what it means. This is solitude in reverse because maybe you kept getting all these solitudes in reverse. So someone is burning themselves out, thinking. What should I do? Not focusing on the positives, but focusing on what they don't want. Focus on what you do want. Focus on what is going right in your life, right? Let's talk about the solitude. This is what you need to focus on to make changes. Oh my God. Okay. See? The Eight of Swords. coming out of the negative mindset, limited thinking patterns. We talked about that, guys. Go to Google and type in cognitive distortions. Type in 8 limiting beliefs, limiting cognitive distortions. Type in those words. Type in black and white thinking, mental filtering, um, overgeneralization, minimizing, maximizing, unbiased certainty hater, um, magnifying. I'm missing something. I'm missing some. See which ones you're doing, and then you got to track it and be aware that when you're doing it. But those types of thoughts, the reason why it comes up like this is because they're self-imprisonments. You don't actually have to do this to yourself. You don't have to actually self-imprison yourself. You're choosing to do that. Sorry, my hands are dirty. I've been working. I've been moving around stuff house, moving stuff around the house. Okay. You may feel like you're blocked. You may feel like this is a challenge for you to get out of this negative mindset. Maybe you just have so many negative thoughts, you know? Big Leo energy here, like really feeling the need to, like, this is a big challenge for you. Maybe you're overcommitted right now. Maybe feeling imbalanced. Maybe you have a habit to prioritize some things, you know, prioritization. Maybe you feel overcommitted and overwhelmed. Mm. I see that this Eight of Swords is really bothering you because you felt like you probably should have learned your lesson about something, but maybe you didn't. Feels like you repeated a cycle again. Feels like you did the same goddamn thing over again. And that's really annoying when we do that to ourselves, when we do the same thing over again. It's like, damn, you didn't learn the first time. And so, you just go back and repeat it again. This is personal delays. You cause your own personal delays in life when you refuse to learn. And again, see, you could be younger, you could be in your 20s, confirmation. You could be traveling, you could be a traveler, you could be young and you could be traveling. Um, you know, or like traveling, something about being young and traveling. Um, so yeah, something about that. That's a confirmation for you, sun message. Tell me about this challenge, Holy Spirit. Um, Holding space, it may be a challenge for you to hold space for yourself. It's big sage energy, druid energy, saw not sage energy, but druid energy. This is someone who I like how it says hold space because Druids, that's what they do. They're known for being very quiet and with philosophy and connected to the earth, right? There's more to learn about Druids. I kind of contribute them to more like sage energy, very, very, very wise. So a wise man, a wise woman knows how to hold space for their feelings. So allowing yourself to be mad, sad, hopeful, angry, all the feelings, like all of them are valid, and then shapeshifter energy. So maybe holding space for you shifting into a new creature, confirmation for whoever that is. Because if you are coming out of the Eight of Swords, because let's say you're still stuck in Eight of Swords because you feel like, damn, I didn't learn my lesson. You could have traveled you could have traveled and this could have been connected to you traveling and learning the same thing over again. Confirmation, someone could have traveled and did the same thing again, like messed up something, and they're like, man, I really invested into that again. But now there's a need for you to finally stop, learn your lesson, transform, shape shift into a different creature, right? Even the Bible talks about that. It says when you get baptized, you be transformed, come into a new to be a new creature, right? It says to come up out of the confirmation, come out of the water as a new creature, not the same, right? Why would you be the same? How do you go get baptized and say you worship the most high God and you're a follower of Christ and all this, but you're not different. You're supposed to be different. There's nothing different about your life. You still smoke, you still drink, you still cuss, you still have sex, there's nothing different about you than you did not learn your lesson. There's nothing different about you than you're gonna come up in the Eight of Swords every goddamn time, and you can get mad at me. You can click on my videos. You can get mad at anybody. I personally don't give a fuck. I promise you, I don't give a fuck. You see how I talk about the meat meats in the back. You see how I talk about the pick meats. I don't care. Your feelings can be hurt. They should be because you didn't learn your lesson. That's the point. Yes, Mr. Martin or Sean or Chris or whoever in the back of the classroom. Here's your report card. You fucking failed algebra. Let's learn it again. Let's come to some courses and figure out how you can do better in algebra. This is not, oh, I failed algebra. I just might well jump out of school and do drugs. What? That's lame. That don't make sense. That's someone who's not learning. I just did a reading for a homeless man and well, two people actually. One was homeless and one was I don't know if he was homeless, probably. But two people while I was out in Texas. Of course, I didn't know them from Adam. They were amazed because they had great readings. But it was sad to see people that old in their 40s heading to 30s and they're still here. So when I'm snapping on y'all, I'm watching people in real time in therapy behind closed doors are still come up in the Eight of Swords. How do you think I feel when I'm pulling y'all cards and I'm seeing y'all in bullshit? I'm like, no, collective. If you're gonna click on my videos and watch, then listen. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. If you have been in bullshit, be humble. I don't understand. There we go. The Hierophant in reverse. You know what that means? Personal beliefs, freedoms going against the grain, unorthodox, hypocrisy, blind faith. Someone could have had some blind faith in something, went against their beliefs. Someone could have went against their own damn beliefs. Now you know if you go against your own beliefs, this is called bad boundaries. You're talking to a licensed professional counselor. My name is Allison. You can find me on Psychology Allison Smith. You can find me on Psychology Today. This is for entertainment purposes only. However, when you have morals and values that you do not adhere to, and you adhere to someone else's morals and values, then you have poor boundaries. For example, let's say you value being honest. You like honesty. You like truth. You say, I hate liars. I hate dishonest people. But you lie by omission. You leave out parts of a story that don't make you look good. That goes against your belief system. That makes you a hypocrite. You can lie to everyone else, but you can't lie to that mirror. Your mirror knows if you really value honesty. Your mirror knows if you really value truth, integrity. You can lie to me and you can get on this chat and say any fucking thing you want. You can click off my video. You can say anything. I don't care. And neither does the rest of the world. But that mirror bitch, that mirror guy, you can't lie to him. So if you've been crying your fucking eyes out, if you've been sad about where you've been taking yourself, then go to the mirror and have a conversation with how you've been letting yourself down with your morals and values. How about you have a come to Jesus meeting with your fucking self? That's what we can do. We can stop that. We can stop victimizing ourselves. That's what we can stop doing. For whoever needed to hear that. Now, for those of you that doesn't apply to, this is the part of the class where you go, oh, she's talking to somebody else that ain't me. All right, let's get to the guidance. It's crazy because I found a feather. I got to show you guys. I found a feather on my back porch when I came home. When I flew in, I just flew in, and I found a feather. I got to show you the feather. Don't mind my house. I'm in the middle of relocating. I'm relocating. I'm relocating. I'm relocating because relocation is good. I found this. Isn't that crazy? Look what I found. When I came in, it was stuck, and I was like, And that's what's coming out. It says, Guardian Angel, you are not alone. And I was led to do an angel deck for you guys today. So it's interesting. You have angels around you. And I do believe in heavenly angels of the highest white light to help us and guide us. Okay. You are giving mother medicine. This is meaning honor your inner knowing. Mother medicine talks about your maternal line, okay? This talks about honoring your inner knowing how you really feel, being intuitive about that. What would a good mother tell you? What would a loving mother tell you? You may not have had a loving mother, right? So you may not know, but this is something that you could think about. What did you need to hear when you were younger? What kind of medicine did you need to hear? Did your heart need to hear? Your soul, your spirit? Confirmation. What kind of song did you need song to you? What type of medicine did you need? You have to have that conversation with yourself and honor it and give it to yourself. No, you don't have to wait. Okay. I don't know. I'm gonna find out some more, but there's a need for you to stand your ground, being strong as a mountain. I'm coming up. Who know that song? On the rough side of the mountain. I must hold to God, His powerful hand. I'm coming up on the rough side of the mountain. I'm doing my best to make it in. That's for somebody. Coming up, Jesus. That's somebody's song. Rough side of the mountain. I used to sing that song when I was 6 years old. Woo! No wonder. Somebody feel like they coming up on the rough side of the mountain. I told you that song. I'm coming up on the rough side of the mountain. I must hold to God, His powerful hand. I'm coming up on the rough side. No wonder that song channel. Ah, somebody gonna do it, Jesus. Hallelujah. Slip into my bow tie. Should have bought a Honda. Somebody need a word. I don't even laugh at your pain. You better laugh. Kevin Hart said, laugh at my pain. He made a whole comedy. Why y'all not laughing? Y'all better fucking laugh. His daddy was a crackhead. He said, all right, all right, all right. Y'all better laugh at y'all damn daddies and y'all mama. I be laughing at mine. My mama's amazing. She's like, yes. Yes. My mother does her shoulders, yes. Star. Okay. So you must, I'm coming up on the rough side of the mountain because it's something that you really want. There's a wish fulfillment that you have, hope, faith. There's a good omen maybe you have. Something hidden. What is hidden? This third party. So Meek Meek is always around. Meek Meek. Okay, so everything is ended. You're coming up on the rough side of the mountain, but the third party is here. What's going on with this third party? Someone could be driving us to the chariot. Greed. This third party is greedy. They just want money. Money, 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 money. Meek, Meek, Shamika, you just want money, baby. Just say you want it. Just be like, I want that money. All about that money. Me, want that money. Me, want that money. Meek, want that money. Meek, want that money. She want that money. She's stubborn, obsessed with wealth. She trying to compare herself to other people. Oh, Meek, you ain't got no direction. I feel your stomach. Mink never learned that when she was in the middle school, in the high school. She never figured out what she wanted to do. Let's see what's going on. Mink want a new beginning. So the third party wants a new beginning, okay? Third party wants a new beginning. They want abundance with you. Third party who's greedy and stubborn and obsessed with wealth wants a relationship, a new beginning with you. They say they would like to have a fruitful labor with you. And they don't want you to have no control and no self-discipline. They want you to be reckless in love with them. They said they want you to be like Beyonce, crazy in love. The Drunken Love song came on just now. I just heard Drunken. Whoever needs to hear this, the third party who's greedy, who wants a new beginning with you, who's obsessed with you, and probably obsessed with your obsessed with your other person that you really want to be with. They said they want to be in drunken love with you. They said, we gonna all night. Hey, oh, we be all night. Oh, you must have did that one time. You must have been doing with that. I used to give it to them like that before. That's why they want it again. They want to be all night. Oh, oh, we be all night. They said, don't leave. Oh, they go. Jesus, the Queen of Cups. Somebody want to get their heart to somebody. Let's see what's going on. Talk about this manipulation, this betrayal. Somebody wants you to betray somebody. Somebody betrayal. Somebody want to do some betrayal. What's going on? Somebody said, don't leave. Don't leave. They said, let's keep sneaking. Oh, someone said, don't leave. Don't leave me, God. Just stay with me. Someone got some R&B songs going for real. Oh my God. Someone said, don't leave. That okay, someone said they ended that shit no matter what. Okay, so somebody could be leaving for real. So whoever the third party is, third party say don't leave. You want to leave and not deal with them no more. Enjoy fruit. Somebody. Okay. I don't know. That could be someone that's this lady, this rich lady enjoying the fruits of the of labor. Someone's enjoying fruits of labor. Someone's very happy. This lady is very happy. Who's this lady? Who's that lady? Someone says strength. Mm. Damn, why y'all cars pop out like this? Mm. Whoever this rich lady is, or this person that someone ended something with this third party and they're moving along, transforming. So like whatever ended, they're moving to a new space to work hard for happiness with this lucky lady. It's got a lot of abundance. Green could be significant, or apples, something like that. But anyway, with this lady, I clarified that you're walking towards happiness with or thinking about. This could be, don't have to be a lady, it could just be a proper, again, in a feminine energy, somebody who's very wealthy. It doesn't have to be a guy or a girl. Somebody who's just wealthy, or they could be, it's not just any kind of wealthy because it's an apple, so it's like internally wealthy. This is a person who has the five of, because it's the five of pentacles and it's in the side. See that the star is a five. So it's a person who has, they know where their wealth is, they know how to get to it by slicing the apple. So it's somebody who understands wealth and things like that, hence a lucky lady. And it says enjoying the growth and reaping the rewards, so she knows how to get the rewards. So whoever this is that you want to be happy with, um they may be struggling with inner strength. They have some low energy, raw emotional, maybe struggling right now. Their pride could have got injured, especially if there's a third party involved. Their pride could have definitely got injured. It looks like, yeah. See, there's some negative beliefs about this lady, whoever this is, whoever was one of the third party. This more stable person, they're right now, they're in self-discipline right now. They're feeling a little bit stuck. But they're working without a lot of reward. They seem like they're doing a lot of work, but it doesn't seem to be getting them fulfilled. So they're creating. So they're manifesting a new life for them because they're coming out of heartbreak. Yeah, this is the Ten of Cups. They did not get what they wanted. This is a big letdown. So whatever happened between you and them, with this third party person that came in, it definitely made them feel like they yeah, it made them feel like they don't want to be a part of it, looks like. Because they're working on themselves right now. They're taking action to create and manifest the life that they want with the magician here. And then you see the three of swords are coming out of this heartbreak. They're letting go, releasing these negative beliefs, or forgiving themselves and perhaps you. They forgive the situation. Um, yeah, they forgive the situation. So let's see confirmation, and I'm gonna get out of here because I gotta go to do some. Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta get some food. I need to eat. Ich möchte essen. Ich habe Hunger. Ich kann nicht durchsprechen, ja. Kann du durchsprechen? Du hast nicht durchsprechen. Und es ist da? No? Nein, nein. Hm. Hallo, wie geht's? Wie geht's dir? No? Any Frauen? Kommst aus Deutschland? Bamberg? None? Nein. Also, no audience from Germany. Okay. Let's see, maybe I get some Germans in here one day. Maybe I'll start a channel and speak German in it, right? Maybe, who knows? All right, this is your closing out because it seems to have turned into how you stand in your power. So it's going to find out what you can do to stand in your power about the situation concerning your family and your other's relationship and your partner. What are some feelings that you can lean to? The thoughts that you can lean to, thoughts that you can lean to. Long-term view and working hard, justice, being fair and equal, so you can get the fruits of your labor with the Nine of Pentacles. So this is putting in the work. This is putting in effort. So if you didn't put in effort before, I think this is the time to put in effort, if there ever was one, because this would be fair. This is something that, the pick-me's don't like to do. They don't do fair. They do whatever serves themselves. So being balanced, cause and effect, and then of course you would get the fruits of your labor. Of course, if you're doing it in the Seven of Pentacles, and then you're being fair, you're gonna get your harvest. You're gonna get exactly what you want, which is the Nine of Pentacles. You're gonna get exactly what you want, the fruits of your labor. Okay, that's beautiful. So what's this hard work that you have to put in? Connect with your emotions. So some of you don't like to be vulnerable. You don't want to cry in front of somebody. You don't want to spill your guts out. You don't want to say the things that you need to say. You don't want to be vulnerable. But that's not putting in the work. That's actually being an emotional coward. If you ever seen the Wizard of Oz, he was an emotional coward, and you can be an emotional coward. And if you're being an emotional coward, that means you have poor boundaries, and people can do anything to you, right? Hence the word coward. What does a coward let happen? Hmm. Somebody doesn't like the word coward, but you need to hear it. Anytime that you don't want to sit in your emotions and you're old enough to do so, and you know how, but you just don't like the feeling, that's the same thing as someone saying, I don't hit the ball. It's the same thing. And we were looking at them like, just hit the ball. Just hit the ball. Just hit the ball. You ever seen somebody just that's what it's like when I see somebody that don't want to talk about their feelings. It's weird. Hence, the Wizard of Oz, they put it in the child's movie so you can see how it looks. It's childish. All right, justice. Someone likes to be right a lot. Someone doesn't like to be wrong. Someone doesn't like to be wrong. Go look up fight, flight, fawn, or freeze. Someone likes to be in the fight response. Self-preservation at all costs. Dictatorial tendencies. Bully. Pronounced sense of entitlement. For example, you cannot date people, come into their homes and accuse them of doing things to you, upsetting them in their homes, and then being confused why they don't want you in their homes. That is so weird. You have to ask yourself, were you ever fighting for your need to be right? Are you a know it all? Are you a know it all? Is that fair? Go look up uncertainty bias hater. Go look up defense mechanisms. I dare you to look, I double dog dare you to go type in 20 defense coping mechanisms, or sorry, 20 defense mechanisms. Just type in defense mechanisms. Just type in 20 defense coping mechanisms to Google. And then if you recognize even one, except for sublimation, except for sublimation, if you recognize anyone, altruism, if you, that one too, just sublimation. If you recognize any of them besides sublimation, you have been unfair to somebody, even if that is you. And what did I say? Your relationship with yourself reflects relationships with others. So if you have been unfair to yourself, you're probably unfair to other people, which is why you probably couldn't track how much of an asshole you've been being at times, needing to be right. Uh-uh, uh-uh. I didn't say that. Uh-uh. What about you? What about when you did that? What about that? But what when you did that? What about that? What about when you did that? That's a know-it-all. That's someone who doesn't want to be wrong. Is that fair? That's justice. Is that fair? Libra. A lot of people don't be liking Libras. One of the things about Libras people don't like is because they gossip so much, because they always need somebody to fact check. They always need somebody to balance the scale. So they're always getting a third party's influence. They always want to get somebody else's opinion. And is that fair? Is the other people's opinion going to be fair? Or is it going to be tainted because people tell slanted stories? They tell the parts that makes them convenient. Confirmation. And there we go. So now we have this, I don't know, someone feels abandoned and walking towards this Queen of Cups. I don't know. Someone could feel like walking towards this sweetheart feels like like so like hurt, broke coming into the sweetheart. Like this could be how you're like why you feel like this. Maybe you going back to the person that you love feels like you look how you coming in just dusted, broke up, come to the sweetheart. Somebody's wanting to return to a sweetheart, but they looking like this. Looking just all toe up. The word I got you. Of course, I saw the world card in reverse when we first started this reading. So that means you didn't learn your lesson. So now you got to come back. That's why you get feelings. What happened was, what happened was. Look at him. He looked like he about to say something stupid. And look how she looking. Okay. But she's coming up as a sweetheart. This is the right person for you to take confirmation, right person for you to tell your feelings to, right person to walk to. Somebody trying to go fast. I said walk, somebody said run. Run to the arms of the one who loves you. Someone's walking, running to this Queen of Cups. Fat look. Somebody running to her water. Fat little. Someone's running towards the Queen of Cups fast. What's going on? Who's running towards this Queen of Cups? Not a cups. Because of disappointment. Someone left. Someone abandoned. Someone abandoned love. Damn. Someone abandoned love. Someone abandoned love and a wish. God damn. Oh, whose reading is this? No wonder. I know why I'm not getting much anything in here. No, of course somebody want to hear this. I wouldn't want to hear it either if I was into bullshit like this. This is ridiculous. Someone walked away from love, and why we do that? Why do we walk away? Damn. Someone wasn't brave. A knight. Brave. Someone's trying to be brave. I should say wouldn't. Someone was brave. Something about being brave. Oh, we have Sagittarius energy. You track down your fears. Okay, so someone needed to track down their fears and be brave. So someone has some internalized fear. Sagittarius energy on the board, like I said, with the steer. Someone needed to be brave, and track down their fears. So someone could have left a marriage or relationship or a close bond because they were scared. Scared of what? You were scared to take care of your own needs? That's weird. Why would you be scared to take care of your own needs? Because you don't repressed emotions, insecurities. So you have shadow work to do. You have dark, you have some inner fears. There's things that you have hidden that you haven't talked about, that you haven't explored. Some heartbreaks, separation, divorces, a lot of stuck energy, overgiving, emotional imbalance, a lot of reckless energy, A lot of stinginess. You have a lot of shadow work to do, whoever you are. That's why. You've been stuck, stagnant, and delays. That's why. Lack of control and decisions. You've been reckless with your life. And now you want to go to something that's safe and full of emotions. But that's hard. It's hard to do it. Why is this hard for you to accomplish this? Because of a Queen of Swords. It came out, I don't know what this is. Damn. Someone may not be able to go in a direction. Confirmation. Something about giving. Somebody may have given this Queen of Swords so much money, some money or something. Somebody might have given somebody some money. Yeah, somebody may have given somebody some money. Yeah, someone gave someone some money, and I don't have anything, and I don't have. Someone's broke because they gave somebody some money. It's Queen of Swords. They didn't learn a lesson. Damn, you gave somebody some money again. You gave this whole money twice, 3 times. Somebody gave the same person money again, and now you broke again. And unhappy. I'd be mad too. So they lied. They lied to you, manipulated you, and took your money. And now you want to go back home. Why did you leave home? Oh, interference. That's right, because you were scared. You were scared. I don't want to talk about. I don't want to talk about things that make me uncomfortable. But I'll have sex with strangers. They call me crazy though. They told me I need help. Meek Meek told me I need help, but they have reckless sex. That's strange. And give money to strangers. Y'all are weird. Ah, in a good way though. Everybody got their things. I'm talking about the Meek Meeks. The Meek Meeks are weirdos. I get it. All right, what can you do to move past this energy? Now that you broke, and you ain't got no money, and you don't return home because you ain't got no money, and you was return. So you had fun. So you went out and like a dog, like a dog. That's what the dog leaves the yard, goes out there, gets the dog's pet, and come back in like you like. Why'd you leave the yard? Somebody tell me somebody just let me find this. I'd rather with my other cards. I feel better if I knew somebody was on the spectrum. If I knew someone's actually autistic or something, I feel better. Because if these are adults with no diagnosis, see, I got a diagnosis. Speaking of which, I got a new diagnosis today. Turns out I officially have PTSD. How fun. I wonder how the fuck I got that. Disharmony. Misaligned, work alone, lack of teamwork, disorganized, group conflict. Okay, so whatever this is, if there's a third party situation, if you're working with people, doesn't look like you should work with them anymore. Looks like you should let go of that burden if you already haven't. Personal transformation, you could be fearing change, but right now you're at the tower in reverse. So you could be letting go of the third party and not working with them anymore. You could have lost a job or you could be looking for employment. Um, yeah, someone could be looking for a job, someone could be looking for employment or trying to figure out the long-term view. Um, someone's having very worried about that, doing it all by themselves now. Oh, interesting. Are you sure nobody's using you now? Maybe you felt like you're being used before. Hmm. Maybe, maybe you're not being used anymore. Maybe you have to stand on your own now. Maybe someone has to pay their own bills now. Maybe someone has to figure out their own way now, like all the way. I feel like somebody has to figure out everything on their own all the way. There's no more women or men to use because you found out that when you use them, they use you. They get the last laugh. Because now you coming up here broke and you ain't got your girl or your guy. And you're in the middle of rebuilding. Told you. You ain't got no money and you ain't got your person. Man, I know that pick me is happy. Ooh, ooh. You made that bitch year. I know them personally. I know them. Like I know them in therapy. They actually get thrills. They're going to talk about this for the next 5 to 10 years in their life. You just gave them like another. They're going to probably stalk you and your person for the next few years, unless they find another victim. Let me see. Tell me more about this tower. Broken arrow. Okay. Looks like you're trying to find a direction to go. Embracing the area. You could be embracing the energy of peace. Whoever you are, I would definitely say do a lot of gratitudes and things about peace. You could be trying to have courage for what's to come. Again, good job, collective. If you sat around for this reading, which you needed to, with your little asses, with your little badasses, whoever needs to hear that, I said it. This is your reading. You're a little badass. You're reckless and you're disrespectful as fuck. And you need to change your perspective. So good. Seeing things from a higher perspective. And I'm not going to talk to you different until I see cards differently. I'm going to talk to you the way someone should have talked to you before you did all this. I'm not going to be nice. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But you want me to say something? Oh, yeah, they should accept you back. No, I hope they don't. For most of you, I don't know what all y'all did. Then I said this came out 4 times. Let go of the need to be right. So my collective, you are hard-headed. And this is why you have the 21, the world card in reverse again, because you like to argue with yourself and other people. This is called arrogance. You may be on the spectrum of narcissism if this keeps coming out for you. I'm not saying that you are actually in PD where you can have aspects to it. Remember, there's a scale to narcissism. 10 is over here. That would be our president. 1 is down. I can't say that. Over there, people like that personality. And then you have over here, which is Mother Teresa. You got to find out where you are in that spectrum. How much on the scale of narcissism are you at? How much can't people tell you shit? You shouldn't be arguing with nobody about nothing. Why are you arguing with anybody about their perspective? That's weird, right? That would be called forcing a perspective on someone or them talking to a brick wall. Sometimes it's easier talking to a brick wall than a person who likes to be right. It's easier to talk to. Well, I remember, again, I've had experiences of talking to people. It's like talking to a wall. You get more out of the wall. The wall will do wall things. And I understand the wall. The wall is walling. A person who's a know-it-all, they just be talking out of their ass. Remember, opinions are the lowest form of knowledge. Your opinion is the lowest form of knowledge. I've had someone give an opinion. I mean, this woman told me that there's no way that I could be a lesbian because I've had 2 children. They even went as far to tell other people. I've had people talk about my sex life, my personal life. Have never fucking met me a day in my life and was able to tell me what I'm doing with my body. That is weird. This is called the need to be right. Someone who can sit and gossip about another human. They need to be right in their idea about you. And when it's not, then they have a couple choices. They can either accept that idea or they can fight with you about it. And someone's been fighting with people about that idea. Yes, you did. Yes, you is. I saw it. Going into people's phones, reading their messages. Who's been doing that? Who's been reading people's journals? Who's been looking up things? Who's been spying on people and taking screenshots? That means you need to be right about something. That's weird. What you need to be right about? What God what planet you created? What human vessel do you own? What you got to be right about? Clearly, you need to get right about your money. Let's get right about your credit karma score. Let's get right about your medication management. Let's figure out some other things to be right about. Worried about the wrong goddamn thing. That's why I don't even look at shit in the chat asking me people, is Siri gonna come back? I don't know. Is she gonna come back? Sarah ain't even promised tomorrow. How about you worry about today? What you got going on? What did you not? What's your time management skill? What did you not do? Meet me while you worried about me. You should probably literally go figure that out about yourself. Go figure out what your children is. Figure out what to do with them. You know what I'm saying? People that have funerals and stuff. Why don't you worry about that? Courage, confidence, independence, focus, and successful life. Okay. This is where you can head to now. Instead of focusing on how to be right, we can stand in our power and be a beautiful, lovely, dynamic, sexy, charismatic person. This is big Aries energy and Pisces energy. I love the Aries energy because Aries like very confident, black cat. You know what I'm saying? Very sexy, very sensual. Who is that? Never mind. Let me see. What's going on? Someone feels like it's a lost opportunity with this queen, this sexy person. So it's two people, it's a younger and an older, masculine and feminine on the board. It could be masculine or feminine, whatever. Take it as it resonates. You have to know who you are in the collective read. But someone's a masculine, someone's a feminine. This older feminine is sexy, beautiful, young. Leo energy, Leo or Aries, Sagittarius, fire sign, and then we have this Page of Cups energies, a younger person, very emotionally available to come in with the offer. Both people are coming up here very stable. This not really a stable offer here from this Page of Cups. It's like a very small offer. It's very young, a very childish offer. Look as a fish in the water, So maybe someone offered this Queen of Wands, this person who's way more, very independent and confident. Maybe this person was a dreamer and very curious about love and new love. So this is what it feels like. It feels like someone's very curious about new love, and a possibility of what could happen. But they didn't invest their time in it, right? So this could be a specific thing about this is specific for someone. I guess someone was older, someone was younger. Again, fire and water energy. Um, it feels like this Page of Cups came with a very childish offer to someone who's very independent and stable and charismatic. You don't come to know Aries, Leo, Sagittarius with no offer like that. Look, this little very childish. Look at that fish in the cup. Yeah, here you go. You in a relationship? This is pretty cool. It's like look at my fish. Cool, huh? You like it? And she's like, yeah, that's cool. And it's like a lost opportunity. And so now maybe you're looking and planning to go back towards that lost opportunity. Yeah, definitely plan on going back towards a lost opportunity. Okay, what's the person gonna say when you get back? Because apparently you plan on going. So if you actually do this, somebody could have travel plans. Somebody could be actually trying to make plans to go. And what's gonna happen? You may need to stay grounded. You may not feel like very rooted. Like you may not feel very like comfortable or grounded in this idea. Like you could feel like you're up in the air. Like I don't know what to do. Sage. You could want to be devoted. So that all of this is coming out in reverse. So it's like, I don't know if you feel like the person won't be rooted, like grounded for you, if you feel like they won't be devoted towards you, and it says take notes of intuitive messages. So confirmation you could be getting intuitive messages or they're getting intuitive messages, connecting with your emotions, something like that. Again, you need to connect with your emotions, they're all coming out reverse. Okay, and last one, trust in the higher. Last one for this one, trust into your higher shaman. So there's a need for you to trust into your higher power. I used to get this all the time this is one of my first decks I got when I first started this. This is literally, I love this card and I would do that. Trusting your higher power, just trusting your inner knowing. Like I trust that if I express my emotions the way I needed to express them, that the Lord would do the rest for me. So, I mean, you just say what you have to say and God will do the rest. Remember, he told Moses in the Bible, he said, if you open your mouth, I'll speak for you, because Moses had a speech impediment. You could have a fight that you have to, there may be some competition. There may be a challenge to get to this person with this situation. Let me see. There's maybe a disagreement or rivalry or conflict. Tell me more. What's the disagreement? Damn, it's a lot of fighting. Maybe you're fighting with someone. There may be an actual fight. You may be actually physically fighting. If it's not a physical fight, that means it's a verbal fight. There's a lot of attacking. There's a lot of attacking. Maybe there's a fear of attack or something. Let me tell you more about this attacking. Damn. Somebody wants to come clean about all the fighting and all the attacking. Someone did a lot of fucking attacking, a lot of fighting, a lot of fighting, a lot of fighting, a lot of fighting. Someone did a lot of fighting, a lot of backstabbing, a lot of manipulation, a lot of betrayal, a lot of competition. Someone did a fucking lot. This is a lot. Look at all this. Someone did a lot of bullshit and manipulation. Someone lied, manipulated, stole, deceived, backstabbed. Someone did everything that you could possibly do to hurt somebody, and they want to come clean about it. Why did you do this? Cold as motherfucker, narcissist, manipulative, controller, misuse of power, quiet, inert, and callous, cold. Somebody was cut off from their feelings. Why were you cut off? You cut off from God, from source. You won't listen to your higher power. You ignored the divine. So you had your morals and your values were shaky. You didn't stand on your morals and values. You didn't have any. You didn't. So you just did whatever the fuck you wanted to do. Damn. You just hurt somebody. Just hurt a sweetheart for no fucking reason. That's what it says. Because you didn't hurt anybody. You hurt the sweetheart just because you didn't have good. It's because you didn't give a fuck. Ain't nothing else to say. Mm. This is cold. You're cold hearted. Why are you cold hearted? Judgment. Yeah, well, now you call judgment on it. Confirmation. All right, I gotta go. For sure, for sure. Imbalance, excessive. Sagittarius energy, because you're excessive. You should have passed judgment. You could have been over drinking, overusing, overjudged. Just you could be just over. You could be a over. You could be what do you call that personality? A codependent personality where you just very do everything in excess. Addictive personality. You have addictive personality where you do everything in excess. So maybe when you got cold, you just went all the way cold. When you drink too much. Maybe whatever you do too much of it. So I think when you were really cold, you went really fucking cold. When you were mean, you were really fucking mean. Whatever do you do it all the way, like no stops, balls to the wall. So whoever the sweetheart was, when you decided to cheat and lie, manipulate it, you went all the way to the max, which is why you coming here feeling like a fucked up person. This is why spirit's talking to you, saying, "Why don't you sit your little black or brown ass down, white ass down, whatever your color is, and sit there, reflect on yourself to see what you have done, to see how you've been behaving, soul searching, introspection, so you can go towards a new beginning, a new path, because that ain't it. See how turning away from that old ways, turning away and going towards a new direction, manifesting a new life. So whatever you've been doing, that ain't it. That ain't it. An angel message, please. See, grounding again, did I tell you? So do some grounding, deep breathing, go onto the grass, put your feet on the ground. Same thing, more gratitude. Write some gratitudes today. And then this is literally the universe, the angel of the universe. This is literally the universe card. It means like God. Oh, like this is the universe card. The universe literally is like hello. 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 Stop hurting my people. Touch not my anointed. Touch not the sweet people. Angel of balance. You need to start balancing and prioritizing shit. Whatever you were doing everything in excess. Spending too much time with your friends. Spending too much time drinking. See, look at that. That's crazy. Spending too much time eating things. If you ever overindulged in things like food, sex, all that, you have addictive personality. You like balance. You could be remembering people from the past, loved ones who went on. They could also be talking to you. You could have had dreams about loved ones from the past, giving you messages as well as me. Okay. And we're back. No need to pull anymore. Shift your perspective. She came out again. Change your perspective. Change your perspective. Reality Your reality is based off of what it is that you believe it is. So if you believe life is difficult and it's terrible and you're broke and you ain't got no money and nobody loves you and I did too much and then you'll never forgive me. You're a victim. Just lie down in the chalk and lie yourself in chalk. Lay down here, get some chalk and lay down and line yourself in chalk, you victim. Go ahead. Do it. Do it. Lay down and line yourself in chalk, and we'll put a little placard there that says SVU Special Crimes Unit because you're such a victim. You're such a victim. Angel of procrastination. You're such a victim. Someone's just procrastinating. You're not a victim. You have poor time management skills. It's called time blindness. You may have ADHD or ADD or trauma. It's not a challenge for you to be, it's not a challenge for procrastination. Put some music on and encourage yourself. Something could be happening at night. I don't know. All right. I don't know what's going to happen at night, but something could be happening at night. You get your fruit of your labor. Maybe you're planning something at night. Maybe you're doing something at night. I don't know. Ooh. Mm-mm. Yeah, I don't know what y'all got planning, but y'all better be careful with that pig Misha. Pig Misha, stop planning stuff. I can see it. Stop it. Pig Misha. Y'all got Pig Misha in y'all card. Pig Misha, stop. Make me stop trying to get people's planning stuffs. I don't know. My ears are popping, so yeah, it is me. Meek me. Meek me. You gonna swipe up? Meek Meek. Why? Do you wear wigs, Meek Meek? I was just curious. The pictures that they be showing. I was just curious. I didn't know if you got them from like Temu or if like it's a special site, or do you get your braid? Where'd you get your braids done at? Meek Meek, why don't you talk to me? Let's be friends. Don't you want to be friends, Meek Meek? Don't you want to know more about my sex life? Don't you want to talk to me about my kids, Meek Meek? Don't you want to talk to me about everything that you were talking to everyone else about? You can just ask me, Meek Meek. You don't talk to me, me, little old me. Sorry, I'm having too much fun. All right, guys, y'all have a beautiful, 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 beautiful day. I'm gonna let you get out of here. Whatever it is, stop procrastinating because the longer you procrastinate, the more that this takes to heal. Three of Swords, separation, divorce, breakup. Okay, sorrow, loss. Just get out of this Three of Swords. Okay, sage, big sage energy. Okay, let go the need to be right. Sit in your emotions. Write. Do some writing, some journaling. Sit in your emotions. Stop trying to be goddamn right.